Good evening, everyone. This is the planning board, Township of Franklin Planning Board meeting on February 20th at 7 p.m. If everyone would please rise for the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Christy, first to you for the open public meeting statement, please.
Notice of this meeting has been given as required by the Open Public Meetings Act and the annual notice of meeting. A copy was posted on the township website. Notice of this meeting was sent to the Senate and a copy was posted at the Franklin Township Municipal Building.
Okay, thank you. Our first order of business, this evening is going to be to appoint a solicitor for the planning board for this year. Is there a nomination for solicitor?
I'll make a nomination for Catherine Monfilio.
Do I have a second?
Second.
A motion, second?
Can I ask a couple questions?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so, we've been without a solicitor since the selection back out for the reorganization. So we go back out to the advertise for a solicitor. Just want to make sure that I understand that were these the only two applicants that applied that are in this package?
Yes, in this round of RFPs, these are the only two applicants, that's correct.
Okay. So, and then how is the decision made as to who gets selected?
There's a nomination from the board and a second and a roll call vote.
So we could nominate from either one of these.
No, historically, we've always nominated a individual, voted on it. That vote stands as an up or down vote, and if it goes down, then the chair asks for a second nomination at that point in time. And historically, it's always, Jenny, I came on this board, I think back in 92, 96, and it's always been that way. All right, roll call vote, please.
Mr. Malady?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
No.
Mr. Constantine?
I'm going to need to abstain.
Mr. Sweet?
Yes.
Mr. Kahoot?
Yes.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Cavalion?
Yes.
Chairman Pesh?
Yes.
Mr. Ransom?
Joe, I see.
Yeah, go from 9.
I'll say yes.
Okay, at this point, the motion carries with one abstention and one no vote. That's a full board. Kate, would you introduce yourself, please, to the board? And there's a chair right there next to Krista Flair.
Thank you, Board. My name is Saturday Korea. Thank you for your nomination and appointment. Thank you to serve you and serve the people of the Franklin Township. And thank you again for this opportunity.
Thank you. And just for the record, I can't pronounce your first name. I'm going to be using Kate. Okay, so moving forward, let's back to you, Chris. Let's do a roll call, please.
Mr. Malady?
Yes, here.
Mr. Kelly?
Here.
Mr. Constantine?
Here.
Mr. Sweet?
Here.
Mr. Kahoot?
Yes. Here.
Mr. Doyle?
Here.
Mr. Mayor Bruno?
Yes. Here.
Mr. Cavalion?
Here.
Chairman Pesh?
Here.
Mr. Ransom?
Here.
Mr. Clark?
Let's move on to resolutions. So I have a motion to approve PB 2314.
Make a motion.
A motion and a second.
Second.
I move and second. A roll call vote, please.
Mr. Malady?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Constantine?
Yes.
Mr. Sweet?
Yes.
Mr. Kahoot?
Yes.
Mr. Doyle?
I was not here, so I'm seeing.
Mayor Bruno?
I was not here.
Mr. Cavalion?
Yes.
Chairman Pesh?
Yes.
Mr. Ransom?
I'll say.
Okay, let's move on to PB 2316, please.
Make a motion to approve the.
Move and second, roll call vote, please. I'm sorry, who seconded that? Jim.
Mr. Malady?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Constantine?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Kahoot?
Yes.
Mr. Doyle?
Abstain.
Mayor Bruno? Mr. Calhoun?
Yes.
Chairman Fresh?
Yes.
Mr. Rand?
Okay, let's move on to presentations. There's an application, PB 2304, Gloucester Solar I LLC.
Good evening, Chairman and members of the board. My name is Keith Davis. I'm an attorney at the law firm of Dean Davis and Goldstein. I'm here on behalf of Gloucester Solar I LLC. The application concerns property located at 1457 Price Mill Road, designated on your tax map as block 1902, lot 1. This is an application, and I went back and went through the file. I couldn't believe it myself, but we actually filed this application in April of last year. It has gone through several reviews by your professionals from CME Associates. The applicant attempted to clean up the plan as much as it possibly could to address some of the comments raised by CME. And one of the issues we wanted to discuss with the board tonight was completeness. We haven't received anything official from the township yet deeming the application complete. Based on the last memo I received from Mr. Dockby and his partner at CME dated February 13th, looks fairly complete, but we wanted to confirm that for the record. We're not going to start the application formally tonight, and we principally did so because we were aware that the board was without legal counsel. And Katarina seems like a very nice woman, and I didn't think it was fair to her to walk into an application tonight for the first time without having an opportunity to review the file, be familiar with the application in question, in order to adequately represent the board's interests on this application. And quite frankly, we didn't know if the board was going to have an attorney tonight, and we had several people on our development team who are flying in different parts of the country, and we didn't want to incur that expense if we didn't know that the application was actually going to proceed tonight. So for all those reasons, I wrote to Ms. Mulford, your secretary, asking that the application be carried to the April 16 public meeting. I did ask that, since this issue with your legal counsel is involved the applicant, we did provide public notice. We did supply proof of that notice to Ms. Mulford. We did our publication. We mailed to those residents within 200 feet of the subject property. So we're asking that an announcement be made to carry the application to April 16 so that all those members of the public who may be here concerning the Gloucester Solar I application are apprised of the new hearing date in order to avoid the need to renotice and republish. And then we'll come back in April and be able to start the site plan hearing, present our proofs with witnesses. We'll have boards and other exhibits that we'll present to the board. We submit will be a variance-free, by right plan of development that we will present to the planning board. So in sum, two reasons why we're here tonight. One, just for the record, to confirm that the application is complete and ready for a public hearing. And secondly, to have that announcement made to carry the hearing to the April 16, 2024 board meeting at 7 o'clock p.m. Thank you, Chairman.
Do you have the date or approximate date of when the official notice was sent out to our residents?
Yes.
You're referring to that notice?
Yeah, well, it's dated February 8th.
October 8th?
No, February 8th. The notice for tonight's meeting?
Yeah.
Is that what you're referring to, Chairman?
The last 200-foot notice.
What's the date of the list, or when did we publish the notice?
I get both. I'm trying to find the time frame between this evening and when the first notice was, the last notice was sent
So
out.
the list that we got from your tax assessor is we received it on January 12th. Okay. So it's about a month old, maybe a little bit longer.
Okay.
We published in the Sentinel on February 8th, and the practice of our firm is to mail the notices that same date, so they were sent and out in the mail.
I'm just trying to get a timeline.
Which is what we're required to do on statute.
Got it. Okay, so your first question with regards to completion. Chris, you're gonna have to help me out here. Has CME determined the application to be completed this time?
What we have done in our letter, we had done two completeness reviews. The first one back, I think it might have been May or June, giving them, recommending that they be deemed incomplete for any items that not provided. They did provide all of those items. Our letter dated August 7th, we recommended that it be deemed complete. The minor issue here is that, technically speaking, Township Code states that the Director of Community Development is supposed to be deeming applications complete. However, you don't have a Director of Community Development anymore. So once, I guess, Monroe left, that agrees with the Director of Community Development, Ed and I were doing completeness reviews in our memos making recommendations. But it just hadn't been the practice of the board to formally make a declaration of application completed. So that being said, I think it would be appropriate since they are asking. They have submitted all of the required application materials with one exception. The only thing they have not provided at this point is review comments from your architectural landscape review board, which they can't do that because that board has not functioned in many years. So I think it would be a little unfair to hold that against them if it's a board of kind of meeting to make sure they get comments from them. So with that being said, completeness review is not a review for substance. Of the applications, if they checklist it, yes, they provided it, no, they have not. And going through your checklist, they have now provided everything that's required of a major site plan. So I would recommend that it be complete, that I think would be appropriate to, the board vote to deem it complete.
Chris, as far as your paperwork goes, you're satisfied that everything's been complete?
I have all the paperwork
Okay, so you're good? Okay, I realize that you're coming in new on this, but is there any comment? I'm going to ask the board to deem it complete based on the engineer's comments that they're satisfied and the office is satisfied. There is no community development director to officially give a brief, so I think it's a fair question to ask the board. Is there anything that you see that would cause us not to deem this complete?
I have not had an opportunity to review the 200-foot list, but based on what the officials are representing, I don't have any reason to say that that's not accurate. But, I think it's it's reasonable for the board to vote on it, and pending my review of everything, and whether or not notices should be satisfied. I think it would be fine for the board to vote on it.
I don't expect you to review it now, but there's a proof of notice for your review.
And I believe Mike had looked at that earlier on. I'm sorry, David.
I just, in deeming this complete, the board deeming plans complete, does that include the landscaping plan?
That means that they have submitted at least some formal document addressing each item on the completeness checklist. And like I said, it's not a review of do you like their landscaping plan, do you want some more landscaping, do you want some different trees. It's just, yes, they have submitted a landscaping plan, yes, they submitted the site plan, it's been signed by a licensed engineer. There is those things.
So there'll be an opportunity to review that and make recommendations based on what is in that landscape.
As I indicated, they're not even starting their actual site plan presentation tonight. They want to do that in April, assuming the board is okay with that. This is purely saying they have actually submitted at minimum the documents that are required of their site.
Thank you.
Okay,
A motion for the board to deem it complete.
I have a motion. Second. Moving second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing none? I got one abstention over here.
Who's it from?
Mr. Doyle. Is your application deemed complete? We can move forward. The next question is the request to move to the hearing to April the 16th. Is there any comment or any objection from anyone on the board?
make that motion to extend.
All right, I got a motion to extend, is there a second? All in favor?
Just a quick question on the motion, is that without the need for additional public notice?
No, we're going there next.
Okay, fine.
We're going one thing at a time here. Keith, this is too complicated of an application to get incorrect, so I'm being very careful moving forward.
That's it.
All right, so the motion is to, at this point, to move the date till October 16th, April 16th, allowing our solicitor and the applicant to have time to communicate. All in favor? Opposed? I got one abstention. Go ahead. And Steve.
There were two abstentions on that?
Yeah. Keith, just for the record, it's a 7-person board with 2 alternates, and Mr. Ransom down here is 1 or 2 alternates. So we have the full board is 7, and the alternate is abstaining because we're at maximum 7 members.
Is that the reason for the extension? Okay. It's just each person in the first vote and not on the second, so I just wanted to say why. That's all.
Notice. I'll open up the board for comment on whether or not they should be noticed, and I want to give my comment first, and that is that it's a large application. And an intent to do everything right. Quite honestly, the minimal amount of money it would cost to renotice, I can't see not renoticing. If it was a month, maybe, but we're talking 2, and I'm of the opinion that to do the right thing, we should renotice.
Well, in the interest of time, I'll withdraw that request. We'll renotice.
All right, the request was withdrawn. All right, that takes care of notice, it takes care of completion, April 16th. If it's possible, the monitors on either side of the room are available. We would ask that the applicant, if all possible, as a matter of fact, we ask that the applicant does provide electronic hardware, and we'll get with you on what's needed so that the screens can be put up, turned to the public during the application so everybody can see it.
I can coordinate that.
Yeah, they also handle that. The cutoff time, and in previous years when we did housing developments, we were here at 1:30 in the morning. I'm being very generous, thinking that we have a drop dead cutoff at 11 p.m. Unless the board feels that there is a different time, we'd rather have a different time. And I'm not going longer than that, but 11 o'clock, guys? 10 o'clock, what do you want?
11 o'clock, you did a motion for?
No, it's always been policy, so I don't think we need a motion, but we have a cutoff at 11 p.m. So we'll start 7 o'clock sharp. I don't know what's on the agenda that evening, but if we approach the 11 o'clock mark, we're stopping.
Good.
All right. Anybody else have comments? So, yeah.
This thing I wanted to note, and I should have said this in the beginning, the guy with the camera over here is here at our request. And the reason is we used to have court reporters back in the day. Not that the camera work isn't excellent, but court reporters don't come out at night. So what we're going to do is take down the proceeding via video and then ultimately present that to a court reporter who during regular business hours will watch it and then take down a written transcript of the proceeding. So that's wwhy he's here. I just wanted to explain that. I know it's a little obtrusive. We apologize for that, but to maintain a good record, we thought it was necessary.
Keith, that's fine. Obviously, there's the public, the township videotapes it, the public videotapes it. We're in a world of videotaping, and he's on my good side of my faith, so what do I care? And no big deal. I understand. Is there anything else, sir?
Nope, I just thank you for your time and look forward to seeing you in April.
We'll see you in 2 months.
Okay, thank you.
To the public, the applicant obviously has asked for a postponement for 2 months. The next hearing, which will be re-advertised, is April the 16th at 7 p.m. This room. And quite honestly, it's got the applicant's fault. We need to appoint a solicitor. We had a solicitor a month ago. The individual got appointed at the same time as a judge, and the courts would not allow him to serve. He was all set to come on Tuesday night a month ago. On Monday, he calls and says, I can't do it. So the township had to re-advertise, which brings us to tonight. We appointed an attorney, and there's no way it's fair to either side to have an attorney that was appointed for 5 minutes representing a case of this size. So at this point, we're going to be back, like I say, April 16th, this room at 7 p.m. All right, thank you. Want me to give the court reporter here a couple minutes to get his stuff out of our face?
Might be beneficial to you.
All right. Okay, let's go back to the speaking. Chris, do we have any correspondence? No correspondence? Okay.
I want to know who's going to pay
All right, let's move on to the minutes. I need a motion for the January 16th minutes, please.
Motion to approve January 16 minutes.
I have a motion. Is there a second? I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Abstain. I got 3. Okay. At this time, Kate, I turn to you and ask you: is there a need for a closed session? No need. Okay. And I go around the room. Chris, anything to report, sir?
No, nothing to report.
Okay. Chris, do you have anything else? Any of the board members? Master plan review, and I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to talk. Can you find out about Ed on next? I was able to get the room on next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Find out if your team is available. Kind of let me know tomorrow in an email if you're available, and then we'll I'll notify the group. If not, then give me some dates that you're
I'll
available.
check with Ed. I believe I should be available. I'll have to tell my wife though, because she asked me this morning about meeting next Wednesday. We need a babysitter because she's got a meeting. I said, no, I don't think I got anything next Wednesday. So
Blame it on me. Blame it on me.
Or bring the little guy. Come see your grandson. She's going to be very upset about it.
Yeah, bring the little one. Okay, tentatively next Wednesday here, 7 p.m. Let me know, and then I'll put it out afterwards if we can confirm that the parties are available.
That's probably going to be. I'll double check with Ed and look at my calendar again. I'm pretty sure I can free next Wednesday.
Got it. Anybody else? All right, I need a motion to adjourn.
Is there a more public portion?
No, it's not, sorry.
Was there a vote on this publicly?
Excuse me, let me run the meeting, sir.
You do a bang up job at it too.
Excuse me.
Apologies.
Thank you.